camp. We had no issues, had no discipline issues. Guys, listen, I'm going to tell you something, guys. You pay good money to go to camp. And I want to commend you for one thing. You're making a commitment to being better at your craft. As much as you guys think you're becoming a better football player for coming here, which I hope you did. We'll talk about that in a minute. What I want to commend you on is you're committed to doing something and making it better, and you're willing to work at it. You're not wanting everything given to you. I'm going to tell you something. Football is a funny sport. God blesses you with certain abilities. That's a gift. How big you are, how fast you are, to a certain extent, certain things, there's only a certain limitation. That's a gift. Okay? But what you do with that gift is what you're about. And what controls that gift is one word. It's the most important word in what we do and anybody does as an athlete. That word's attitude. If your attitude in this camp is really to learn, really to listen, and to get better, what you miss. We tell our guys every day, we want to have toughness, mental and physical toughness. We talk about giving effort in everything we do. There's never an excuse not to do it. Okay? We talk about having discipline, the ability to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to be done every single time, not sometimes. Okay? And there's a little thing at the end called pride. At the end of the day, when you're tired, you don't feel good, you don't want it, you got to make your mind up that I'm just not going to let this beat me. I'm going to be better than this. Now, what do all those things have in common? They have nothing to do with ability. They have nothing to do with ability, guys. Ability is a gift. If you have not as much ability, maximize what you have. If you have a lot of ability, maximize what you have. And the problem we try to get across to y'all is that if you can take those intangibles with great ability, then you can have great players. But understand something. The best players don't always play. The most talented teams don't always win. The other intangibles are critical. They're not only critical for ball, they're critical for life. That's what we're trying to teach you. We want you to be a better person for learning to take athletics and apply it to life. Well, in athletics, you get out of it what you put into it. No ifs, ands, buts, or because. And what you're going to find, the higher levels of ball you go to, Pop Warner to junior high, high school to college to pro. That talent level, it comes tighter. Don't think what you do and how good you are, don't think there's not somebody right around the corner just as good. But what you got to find out, is he willing to pay the price I'm willing to pay? That's what we're trying to get across to you guys in this camp. Of all the things we want you to do, I hope you learned one or two things in this camp, maybe three. If you did, it's worth your time. Now I'll say this. If you don't go home and work on it between now and your season, you've wasted your money. All we can do is show you the right way to do things, how to do things, how we want things done, and how the effort and the toughness that you got to have to do them with. But if you don't go home and apply them, you've wasted it. You've wasted it. But you made that commitment. That's the first step. Now you got to take the next step. Whatever your role is on this team, I say this. They talk about we broke every record. We broke the most dominant college football teams since the 1940s. Okay? That's a long time. Everybody talks about scored more points than any team in NCAA history. Led the country in scoring defense. Had all these draft picks. Had all this. Had a Heisman Trophy winner. Had a Luke Rose. Had a Remington. Had this. Had that. That's what everybody wants to talk about this team. You know what I think about when I think about our team a year ago? It's the most selfless team I've ever coached. We had a term that we call play don't care who makes it. Play don't care who makes it. There's a play out there to be made. That play don't care who makes it, just so somebody makes it. Whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. And you know what you need to do if you're on a team? You shouldn't care who makes it. Our players didn't care who got the glory. They didn't care who got the pub. They didn't care who got whatever awards they got. They just wanted to be the best football team they could be. My point is this. We had a lot of guys who were talented, who didn't have as big a role as they wanted. You know what they did? They said, this is my role. I'm going to maximize it. I'm going to increase my role because I'm going to get better. And that happened to us all year. And we got better and better. Our kids didn't care. And what they found out, we won more games, got more recognition, got more guys drafted, and are graduating our players at an 88% rate in the last 4 years. Now, why are they graduating? Why are they doing those things? Why are we winning? Because they're selfish. They're learning to be disciplined. And I say this all the time, you guys. Everybody in this camp. You guys are young, you're becoming young men. The first thing you tell your coach, your parent, your friend, your mentor, whoever it is, you say, treat me like a man. Treat me like a man. I want to be treated right. You know what I say? Act like one. If you act like one, I'll treat you like one. You know what my definition of growing up being a man is? Learn to do things well that you don't like to do. There's a lot of things in life. Some of y'all don't like school, you like ball. No, didn't I? Big deal. Guess what? I had to be good at school. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Can't play. Guy can't have a future. Being a husband, a lot of things I don't like to do, I got to do. Being a father, a lot of things I don't like to do, I have to do. I love a lot of it. But there's always things in life. You know, things about this job. I love being a head football coach here. There's a lot of parts of it that aren't always fun. But you know what? If I don't do them as well as the things I like to do, our team, our organization, our school's not going to be successful. So when you learn to do things that you don't like, that you have to do, and you learn to do them well, that's called being a man. Because you call accountability and dependability. All the things I want you to get out of being here, being around our guys and our organization, that's what I want you to get. But the most important thing in this world is being a good person. Treat people like you want to be treated. Don't expect anything. Expect whatever you get to be hard. Expect that you have to work for it. Expect that nobody in this world does not meet you halfway. This world isn't fair. A lot of y'all know that probably better than me. Most of the time you don't always get what you want, you get what you deserve. Understand, that's a lot of things athletics teach you. You don't put into it. But my point is, whatever your role is on a team, whatever you're becoming, accept that role. I'll tell you, you know what your job is? Your job is to make the coach play you good. It ain't the coach's job to play you. It's your job as a player to make him play. Do everything right. Force him to do it. And guess what? If you maximize your talent, maximize that ability, and that's your role, put your head on the pillow and go to sleep at night, you become who you need to become. You'll be successful, a lot more successful than most of the people in this world. Nothing in this world is going to be given to you guys. I want you to understand that. What I want you to understand is hard work. There's a secret to success, okay? I'm going to tell you the secret. Very simple. Hard work. Have a plan, organize, and know what you want. All you guys think about what you want to be. All right? Put yourself where you want to be 10 or 15 years from now. What you've accomplished, where you want to be. Now work backwards to that goal. What do I have to do to get there? And be willing to pay the price. And I tell our guys everything. Learn to prioritize. What's important to you? I got to do this today, this today, this today. If I get any other time, that's extra. But I got to have my priority. See, what y'all want all the glory without the sweat. Got entitlement. You want something given to you. Life don't work that way. Don't work that way around here. Don't work that way anywhere. Now, I'm not saying y'all don't make mistakes. Okay? Everybody makes mistakes. But what you guys got to understand is how to make decisions about where you're going to go and what you want. Like now, listening to me. Are you really listening to me? Or are you just putting in time? Probably half and half if I was betting in this group right now. Just the way things are. It's about the decisions you make, guys. Understand something. The ability to make decisions is the most powerful thing you have as a human being. You know why? That means you determine what happens to you. Every decision you make makes you. Every decision you make tells me a story about you, who you are. And every decision has a consequence, good and bad, you have to live. You got to pay the price for every decision you make. You want good things to happen to you, make good decisions. You want bad things to happen to you, make bad decisions. But you control that, man. If there was 3 of you out doing something wrong, you're the 4th guy with them, you say, hey, I was with them, full alone. You got the power to walk away. Or you got the power to tap them on the shoulder and say, guys, this ain't right. If they don't want to do it, leave. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, being popular isn't always right. Being right isn't always popular. We have guys that make mistakes all the time. Understand that. That's on this team. I constantly have to educate you. Understand something about mistakes. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect in life. But understand something. When you make a bad decision, the first thing you got to be able to do is admit it. Admit that it's a bad decision. 2 is learn from it. 3 is don't repeat it. Nobody's perfect. We understand that. But you guys know what, everybody said, well, Coach, I didn't know that was wrong. Let me ask you this. Would you do it in front of your mom? Would you do it in front of your coach? Would you do it in front of your pastor? If you wouldn't do it in front of them, guess what? It's wrong. If you would, it's right. It's not brain surgery. You know the things you don't want people to know. You know the things, bad decisions you make. And I say that, guys, it goes in whether you want to be a player, you want to be a student, you want to be a good... Everything in life is about decisions. Everything. That's what we base our whole program on here. How to make decisions. And we have gradually learned that better and better right now. We're winning more, graduating more, you got less guys in problems. But we get it, occasionally we have one. We'll educate, we'll rehabilitate, we'll move on. But if you continue to make bad choices in life, and people walk away from you and you don't get what you want, don't blame them, man. And I'm going to tell you what, there's no